Your self-image isn't consistent. And that's why you cannot wake up early and do the work, or days go by and you don't seem to make some real progress, real action, or you don't know what you want out of life and instead you choose to procrastinate. So in this video I will show you a 3-step method that you can fix this self-image problem that is causing you all of those things, that is causing you to not do the work. So first things first, why this is related to your self-image. So probably I and you, we lie to ourselves way too often. So for example, I used to tell myself, and I still tell myself, that scrolling is really bad, watching a lot of social media is causing me all of those problems, I procrastinate and it's bad. But at the same time, I still do this thing. And it's probably with you. You know that you have to quit it, you know that it's not good for you, but at the same time, on the other hand, you still do it. So this is where you and I lie to ourselves. We say one thing, but then we do another thing. And you know that unconsciously or consciously that this is wrong. And this is again what I want to show you today in this page. You tell yourself that all of those bad habits are bad for you. Your self-image goes up because you know this is bad, but then you fail and you still do the bad things. Or you think that you are a well-focused, disciplined individual, you can grind, you can do this work, but then again, maybe, like I did, you say to yourself that you are going to wake up at 5 AM, you are going to do some work, you are going to work on your channel, maybe you want to create something meaningful, but again, you don't do this. And what this does is that you get all this motivation from watching other people, from watching videos, from watching YouTube, all the educational content, and it's like in this shape. Whenever you say something great to yourself, whenever you get new goals, whenever you get new motivation, it goes up. Your self-image goes up because you think that, yes, I know all of those things, I am disciplined, I'm going to be focused, I'm going to work on my projects, and it goes up. But then you don't wake up early and don't do work. Then you procrastinate too much and you scroll on social media, or you do other bad habits such as eating sugars, eating junk food, not doing sports consistently. And then your self-image goes down because basically you are just lying to yourself. And well, I did that myself. So, you know, just telling yourself that you're going to do something and then not doing this is causing you to have an inconsistent self-image, which is causing you other problems. So for example, you just cannot trust yourself. Now, whenever you get a new project, you get new boost of motivation, you are thinking about what the work you're going to do. You're thinking that, oh, I will work for 5 hours, I will research something, I will make a video. But because your self-image is so inconsistent, you can't trust yourself. And what happens? Again, you snooze the phone, you snooze the alarm, you don't wake up early, you find yourself procrastinating the work that you could do. So for example, I procrastinated making videos when I know that it's definitely possible, it's pretty easy, but I just procrastinate because, well, my self-image looks like this. It goes up and down, up and down. And, you know, there comes the question, how can we flip it? And how we can change and fix our self-image. So the self-image that we want to achieve and what other successful people's self-image looks like, and what I've seen when I reached 1,000 subscribers and when I was making videos consistently, working consistently, my self-image looked like this. And when it's consistent, every single time when you make a promise to yourself, when you make a new plan, when you make a new to-do list, when you have some new projects, you can trust yourself and you know that you will achieve them. So this is what we want to make. And how can we achieve this? First things first is that, for example, instead of saying to yourself that I'm going to wake up at 4 AM, when I usually wake up at 10 AM, we can try saying to ourselves, let's say, today I will wake up 1 hour earlier. So we make a promise to ourselves, this line goes up, and then you do that. You get very, very obsessed about achieving this goal because the most important thing to you is to get as many wins as possible. So as many lies, as less lies as you can. So if you tell yourself that I'm going to wake up 1 hour earlier today, you do that, your self-image goes up because you did what you said you would do. Then maybe you scroll on Instagram, on social media, on Instagram for 3 hours every single day. Then you say to yourself that this week I'm going to scroll for maximum 1 hour every single day. And then you get really obsessed, you try your best to do that, and if you do that, your self-image goes up. And the more things like that you do, the more things you do successfully, your self-image goes up and it stays consistent. Then when you tell to yourself that, okay, now I'm going to make a video for YouTube, or I'm going to study to get better grades, you can trust yourself that you are going to do that. Because your previous success, your previous line of consistency, of self-image, exactly tells you that you can. So now let's get to the 3 steps that I told you in the beginning of the video. How can we fix our self-image? So the first step is pretty simple, and I can show that on my computer. If you see, you need a vision board, a plan, something that you can stick accountable to. So as you can see, my vision board, as I'm seeing right now, does not reflect my real goals at the moment, but this is really important because when you have something to look at, when you have something to stay accountable to look at your goals, you can then build your self-image based on that. And if you don't have it, well, one day maybe you are making a video, the other day maybe you are studying something, the other day maybe you are procrastinating, and that completely doesn't align to your goals because you don't have any. So you are living randomly. So this is the first thing that you need. Maybe it's a journal, maybe it's a plan, whatever you want to call it. And I'm going to do that right here on my board. I'm going to make very, very clear goals because you need some kind of vision, like where you want to go. And it's okay to not know what you want out of life. And I usually face this problem that I don't know so many things and there are so many possibilities to choose from. You can create videos, you can do this, you can study that. But please make a goal or a vision board maybe for a couple of months and try to stick to that. Your goal and your mission is to have your self-image as consistent as possible. So make a goal, get obsessed with it, and stick to it. Now, the second step, I would say, is getting into routine. Because, again, what is our self-image? Our self-image, our great self-image that causes us all of these things that lets us achieve great work, lets us be focused, is actually when you say to yourself that you're going to do something and you achieve that. So if you say to yourself that I'm going to wake up early, you do that. This is when our self-image grows. So again, this is why you need to have a routine. And I have found that I work the best when I have a routine. So for example, when I go to school, every single day I have to wake up at the same time. I have to go to sleep at the same time because I have school early. And I have a routine that every single day, let's say, I have to make one video for YouTube. I have to do all my homework in school, and I have to do some kind of sports. So maybe this is push-ups, maybe this is weight training, maybe this is some kind of sport in school or whatever. And this is why you need to have a routine. Because what the routine does is that you have all of those things planned that you do every single day, and this helps us to build a really great self-image that later on can translate into good, focused or disciplined work. Because each day, let's say, with the routine, you are stacking wins. So each day, with the routine, you have to wake up early. That's a win. Then if your routine is consisting of reading a book or doing your homework, you do that, that's another win. Maybe every single day you are creating short form content like I did before creating YouTube, or maybe you are creating YouTube videos, that's another win. And this is why routine and having a consistent routine is really powerful, because every single day you are stacking wins, one after another, one after another. And this is how you can get rid of this inconsistent self-image where you tell to yourself that you're going to do this, but you don't do that. And having a routine helps you achieve this way, way faster, because each day you are accountable to the things that you said you would do, and you are building your self-image slowly. Maybe you wake up 1 hour earlier, then 2 hours earlier, maybe you scroll maximum 1 hour a day, then 30 minutes a day, like I'm doing right now. And you can do that by joining in our community, top link in the description. And this is the concept of stacking wins. The more wins you stack, the better your self-image gets, the more consistent you get with it, the harder work you can do. And now, the last and third step that I have right here is that you actually feel confident when you truly do the work. And this is something that it's very, very hard to get, because most of us lie to ourselves every single day that you are being productive, that you are doing those things, but in reality, you aren't doing the real actual work. So for example, for me, the most important thing that I can do is make YouTube videos, because I get the subscribers, I get the attention that I want, and I can build from that something meaningful. But most of my days go by just planning, brainstorming, getting some ideas, and thinking that this is productive. And you know, you can say that you are confident about it, you can say that, oh well, I'm kind of being productive, but the real confidence in what you do only happens when you truly do the work. So no, there is this really good feeling when, you know, you make a to-do list for you and you check off the boxes. Or you said to yourself that you are going to make one video and you upload that video. So you get this whole bunch of motivation, of actual confidence, because you did what you said you would do, and the actual work brings actual confidence. And you know, you can fake it by saying to yourself that you are productive, maybe you are reading something, but if you look honestly at it, most of the times you just procrastinate on your phone and it's not real work. You have to get clear with yourself, like I did. Every single day I journal before going to bed, and I honestly tell myself what I did wrong. So if throughout my day I would say that I read something about content creation when in reality I was watching Instagram Reels and I saw some quote, that is not work. And you can fake it as much as you want, and well, yes, maybe you will have some kind of confidence, but real confidence comes out from you doing the work. So if my work is make videos, I get a lot of confidence by uploading the video. And this then translates into other things. So for example, if I get confident by uploading video, then I start to get all these ideas. Oh, I filmed my video. That means I can make more videos. That means that, oh, maybe I can realize this idea. Maybe I can do all of the other things. And you only get this feeling when you actually do the work. So for example, if you want to get great grades at school, well, you can pretend that you are learning, but you are actually watching Instagram Reels, you are scrolling, and this doesn't really get you good grades. But the real confidence probably in school comes out from, for example, you said to yourself that you are going to read a book, you are going to prepare for the test, you did that, you get good grade out of test, and then you get this confidence that, oh, I can do what I said I would. And again, this is how great self-image looks like. You said that you are going to study for it, you did that, you achieve great results. This brings you actual confidence, then it translates into other subjects, into other learning days, and with each new and actual work that you do, it becomes easier because your self-image is right. Your self-image is consistent. It's not like you say to yourself that I'm going to study, but then I wait until the last day, until the last night, when the work actually takes not that much. And you just build your consistent self-image by first doing small work consistently, building your self-image, then starting with bigger works. And again, you only feel truly confident about what you're doing, about your skills, about your future, about your dreams, about your vision, only when you start doing the real work. So this is what I wanted to tell you, that real confidence only comes out of doing. And if you right now feel like this, when you are messed up with your self-image, you've been having these problems as you can't wake up early, well, I had these problems myself, but this is how I solve them. There are 3 actionable steps. So the first one was having some kind of vision, making some kind of vision board, writing down some goals. It's really important to write them on a paper, and I do that almost every single day. This reminds you of what you need to do, so you can stay honest to yourself and lie as less as possible. Because one part of having this beat up, inconsistent self-image is because you lie to yourself too much. You say you will do something, but you don't. The next step is getting into routine, because being in a routine lets you achieve the things that you wanted faster, more consistently, and that builds up your confidence because you stack wins. One win after another win, and then you know that you can take up more work because you did that. And the last step is actually, as we said, you only get real confidence about your work when you do the work. So I hope that this video was enough for you to understand why and how you can change your self-image from this inconsistent to being consistent and achieving and doing the work that you said you would do. And if you want, you can join my community, top link in the description, where I can help you personally based on your circumstances. There's a great community, and I'll see you in the next video.